Okay, so I'll start with Jai Radha Madhav. Welcome everybody for the class. So we'll start now. Jai Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Jayo Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Jaya Gopi Janaballabha Girivaradhari Sodanandana Braja Janaranjana Sodanandana Braja Janaranjana Jamunatira Vanachari Jamunatira Vanachari Jai Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Jayo Prabhupada Jayo Prabhupada Jayo Prabhupada Jayo Prabhupada 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 Jaya Jaya Prabhupada Jaya Jaya Gurudev 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 Jaya Jaya Gurudev Srila Prabhupada ki Jai Granthra Srimad Bhagavatam ki Jai Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
So today we'll be reading from first canto, second chapter, verse number 25. I'll just go there, share my screen, and then we can recite it together.
Verse number 5, Prabhuji.
Sorry, 5. Munaya Sadhu Prashto. Yes, that one. Let me share. Share my screen. Okay. Here, this is the verse. Everybody can see, right? Everybody can see the verse?
Yes, Prabhuji.
Okay. So I'll recite and you recite after me. Munaya sadhu prishtoham
Onaya sadhu prashto
bhavadbhir lokamangalam
भवर्देर्लोकमङ्गलम्
yat krita krishna samprashno
यत्कृतः कृष्णसम्प्रश्नो
enatma suprasidati.
येनात्मासु प्रसीदति
Munaya sadhu prishtoham
मुनयः साधु पृष्टोऽहम्
bhavadbhir lokamangalam
भवर्दे लोकमङ्गलम्
yatkrita krishna samprashno
यत्कृतः कृष्णसम्प्रश्नो
enatma suprasidati.
येनात्मासु प्रसीदति
Munaya sadhu prishtoham
मुनयः साधु पृष्टोऽहम्
pravadbhir lokamangalam
भवर्दे लोकमङ्गलम्
yatkrita krishna samprashno
यत्कृतः कृष्णसम्प्रश्नो
enatma suprasidati.
येनात्मासु प्रसीदति
Anybody wants to recite?
मुनयः साधु
Yeah, go ahead, Prabhu.
मुनयः साधु पृष्टोऽहम्
Munaya sadhu prishtoham
भवदे लोकमङ्गलम्
pravadbhir lokamangalam
यत्कृतः कृष्णसम्प्रश्नो
yatkrita krishna samprashno
येनात्मासु प्रसीदति
enatmasu prasidati. Translation by Srila Prabhupada. O sages, I have been justly questioned by you. Your questions are worthy because they relate to Lord Krishna and so are of relevance to the world's welfare. Only questions of this sort are capable of completely satisfying the self. Purport by Srila Prabhupada. Since it has been stated here and before that in the Srimad Bhagavatam the absolute truth is to be known, the questions of the sages of Naimisharanya are proper and just because they pertain to Krishna, who is the Supreme Personality of Godhead, the Absolute Truth. In Bhagavad Gita 15:15, the Personality of Godhead says that in all the Vedas there is nothing but thirst for searching after him, Lord Krishna. Thus, the questions that pertain to Krishna are the sum and substance of all Vedic inquiries. The whole world is full of questions and answers. The birds, beasts, and men are all busy in the matter of perpetual questions and answers. In the morning, the birds in the nest become busy with questions and answers, and in the evening, also, the same birds come back and again become busy with questions and answers. The human beings, unless he is fast asleep at night, is busy with questions and answers. The businessmen in the market are busy with questions and answers, and so are the lawyers in the court and the students in the schools and colleges. The legislators in the parliament are also busy with questions and answers. The politicians and the press representatives are all busy with questions and answers. Although they go on making such questions and answers for their whole lives, they are not at all satisfied. Satisfaction of the soul can only be obtained by questions and answers on the subject of Krishna. Krishna is our most intimate master, friend, father, or son, and the object of conjugal love. Forgetting Krishna, we have created so many objects of questions and answers, but none of them are able to give us complete satisfaction. All things but Krishna give temporary satisfaction only. So, if we are to have complete satisfaction, we must take to the questions and answers about Krishna. We cannot live for a moment without being questioned or without giving answers. Because the Srimad Bhagavatam deals with questions and answers that are related to Krishna, we can derive the highest satisfaction only by reading and hearing this transcendental literature. One should learn the Srimad Bhagavatam and make an all round solution to all problems pertaining to social, political, religious matters. Srimad Bhagavatam and Krishna are the sum total of all things. I'll now recite the Mangalacharan. Om Ajnana-Smrandasya Jnananjana-Shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Jena Tasmai Sri Gurave Namah Sri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Sthapitam Jena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamayyam Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Sri Guru Sri Yutapatakamalam Sri Gurun Vaishnavamsha Sri Rupam Sagrajatam Sagana Raghunathan Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijana Sahitam Sri Krishna Chaitanya Devam Sri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Sri Visakhanutamscha He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dinabandhu Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namastate Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanosute Devi Pranamami Hari Priye वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपासिन्धुभ्यैव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृंदा हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे मूकं करोति वाचालं पङ्गुं लङ्घयते गिरिं यत्कृपातमं वन्दे श्रीगुरुदीनतारणं परमानन्दमाधवं श्रीचैतन्येश्वरं हरि ओम तत्सत्. Hare Krishna. So wanted to welcome everybody for this morning session of Srimad Bhagavatam. We have about 20 more minutes to go, so I'll just briefly describe the importance of this verse. So this particular verse, right in the beginning of Srimad Bhagavatam, the Sanskrit says Munaya Sadhu Prishtoham. Munis, oh Munis, these are the Munis who are asking the questions. So Suta Goswami is saying Sadhu Prishto Aham. Sadhu means good. Prishto is the question, Aham to me. O Munis, you have put very good questions in front of me. Why? Because Bhavadbhir Loka Mangalam. These questions cause Loka Mangalam. Loka is people, Mangalam is auspiciousness. There's many kind of auspiciousness, but here he is saying the ultimate auspiciousness is because of these questions. He's not even talking about answers yet. He's saying just by asking these questions, you have created an environment of auspiciousness. Everything we do in life, any endeavor we start in life, anything, we always want it to be auspicious. Someone buys a new car, they want that car to bring auspiciousness, so they do the puja. They buy a house, they want that house to be auspicious for them. That's natural. Everybody wants everything to be auspicious. But Srimad Bhagavatam says these questions bring the ultimate auspiciousness in the life of people. How? Yat Krita Krishna Samprashno, because these questions are related to Krishna. First he says, Munaya Sadhu Prashtoham. Oh Munis, your questions are very good. Why? Because they are related to Krishna. Yat Krita, jo kiya, whatever you did, Krishna Samprashno. The questions are about Krishna. Yena, by those, Atma, the soul, so prasidati. Prasidati means to become happy, satisfied. Suprasidhya means to become super satisfied, super happy. Su means extra. Like we have Kanya and Sukanya, Putra and Suputra. When we say Su, Putra can be anything, good or bad, right? But when someone says Suputra, the indication is that that's a good son or a good daughter, Sukanya, right? Sumangalam, extra auspicious. So here it is saying, so prasidati, the soul is extra or super satisfied. Just by asking questions about Krishna, the soul becomes satisfied. Most people in this world do not have any clue that this is how we can become satisfied. Most, I would say 99+% of people do not have a clue that the right questions to ask are about questions about Krishna or God. They may be in different faiths, but if they're asking questions about God, then that is going to bring most auspiciousness to their lives. Prabhupada in the purport is saying, first he is quoting from Bhagavad Gita 15:15, where it says, Krishna says, Vedes sarver aham eva vedyo. Of all the Vedas, I am the purpose that is to be known. Vedes sarver, of all kinds of Vedas, because Vedas also means knowledge. Vedas are our standard scriptures, that's true. But also Veda also means to know. So Vedas also means knowledge. So Vedes sarver, of all kinds of Vedas, aham eva vedyo, I am to be known. Because Veda means knowledge, so Krishna is using the word twice. First is for all the scriptures that are out there, and the second he's using it how he's to be known. So Vedes sarver aham eva vedyo. Of all the Vedas, I am to be known. So that's one thing Prabhupada is pointing out. And also, Prabhupada is stating the fact that the whole world is full of questions and answers. The birds, they wake up in the morning, they're asking questions. They come back in the nest in the night, they're asking questions. The politicians, the reporters, the philosophers, the students, the businessmen, everybody is asking question and answer all day and night. Okay? But somehow it's not able to satisfy them, because even after the whole life of asking all these questions and answers, the satisfaction is still missing. That we can see outside, people are asking questions, but somehow they're not satisfied. Just a simple example, like these days, Google is our thing, right? For everything, we go to Google. Now if you look at Google website, I'll just share Google. Okay, www, since we're talking and I'm on the computer, google.com. Okay, what is this? Only a box. Okay, it's a search, but you don't even need a search. I'm feeling like, I don't know, this is some extra stuff. But this whole website with billions and billions of dollars going into it to maintain it, to run it, to advertise it, there's so much income coming from this. It's just a box, right? It's just a box. There's nothing else. So everybody all day they're asking questions and answers. That's what they're doing. Always asking questions and answers. And we see that a simple box can generate billions and billions of dollars because everybody's asking questions. And it's not their fault, it's their nature. Because the nature of the soul is Sad, Chit, and Ananda. These are the three qualities of the soul. Sat is eternal, Chit is knowledge, and ultimately Ananda is the state of happiness. Soul always wants to be happy. That's why everybody at all times they're all trying to be happy. There is no other purpose in life other than trying to be happy. Whatever we do, we try to be happy, but to become happy, we are always looking for more knowledge, looking for better ways of doing things, looking for better salary, looking for better this, better that. So that the nature to acquire knowledge is naturally built into the soul. Sad Chit is knowledge, right? So that's the nature of the soul, that we always want to acquire knowledge. Always. Even doesn't matter human beings or animals. Everybody is always looking for more information because their nature is like that. Because that nature is coming from Krishna. Krishna is also Satchidananda. We are also Satchidananda. We are just small, he is big, but the nature is the same. So it's our nature that we will keep asking these questions and answers. And here Bhagavatam, right in the beginning, is making it clear that the only questions that will bring auspiciousness are the questions related to Krishna. That is the main thing. Now I'll just briefly describe what those questions were, and after that I think we can just open up for any questions or comments. Just want to summarize the whole topic. What are these questions? Because if he's saying that these questions bring the ultimate auspiciousness, we should also know what those questions are. So the sages at Naimisharanya, I will not give all the details of how that situation came, but about 5,000 years ago, there's a large number of sages doing yajna in Naimisharanya. They were doing fire yajna and that did not go very well. So they are asking their leaders that this yajna which we are doing for Lokamangalam, for the goodness of all the people we are doing, it is somehow not working. So what is to be done? Then they started asking the questions. So the first question they asked is, what is the most auspicious things for people in general? What is the best thing they could possibly do? Like, what should we be doing? The second question, so please pay attention to these questions. I'll give 6 questions they ask. I'll give briefly just a short version of those questions one by one. So first thing they said is, what is the best thing for people to do? Second, they say, what is the summary of all these scriptures? Vedas, Puranas, Itihasas, Agamas, Upanishads, Samhitas. All these things are there. Since you have read all your life, I mean, he was an older man, so he said, you read everything. You've also lived a very disciplined life. Tell us what is the summary of scriptures. So first question is, what's the best thing for people to do? Second is, what is the summary of scriptures? The third is, why did Lord Krishna appear from the womb of Devaki? It's very interesting. When they're asking these questions, what is the best thing for people to do? What is the summary of the scriptures? What's the point of asking, why did Krishna come? Where's Krishna in all this? That means these sages know that the most auspicious thing to do is Krishna. That's why they're asking related to him. but they want the details. So the third question they ask is, why did Krishna appear from the womb of Mother Devaki? Then the fourth question is, what are the different incarnations of Krishna? That means they're indicating that Krishna is not a person who comes and goes, but he comes at different times and comes through different forms. So that means they're indicating that our understanding of Krishna or God is monotheistic. He is one God. He comes at different times. People generally get confused that we have many gods, but it's such a basic understanding that it's not many gods, it's one God coming at many times. So they are asking, what are the different incarnations of Krishna? Then they're asking, when he came in as Krishna, what are the different leelas or activities he performed? And that goes in the 10th canto of Bhagavatam towards the later part, where the activities of Krishna are described in like 90 or 100 somewhere, like a large number of chapters. Those things are described. And the last question they asked is, since Krishna is gone, has physically left this world, where have the religious principles gone for shelter? Because Krishna is gone, adharma will come. So now how will people be protected from that? So these are the 6 questions they ask. Now if you see these questions, the bulk of the questions are asked are already related to Krishna. So Munis, they ask these questions. And now Sutta Goswami is saying, Munaya Sadhu Prishtoham. O Munis, you have asked these questions, very appropriate, because they are the ones which will bring auspiciousness to the lives of people. I'll just go to one more verse from this Mahabharata, where this Yudhishthira Maharaj is speaking. It says, Tarko apratishtha sutayo vibhinna. The reason this verse is related is because this is all about asking questions. So there Yudhishthira Maharaj says, how do we understand dharma? It's a very interesting understanding and very appropriate understanding. He says, Tarko apratishtha srutayo vibhinna nasa muni yasya matam na bhinnam dharmam tattvam nihitam guhaya mahajana gata yesa pantha. That's a verse from Mahabharata where it says that tarko apratishtha, that by tarka, by logic, apratishtha, pratishtha means to establish, and apratishtha means you cannot establish. So the essence of religion cannot be established by tarka because it is related to existence of God and the soul, and both are beyond the perception of senses. When you do logic, it's based on what you can see by your senses, but soul is beyond logic. Someone dies, we see they're dying in front of us. They may be very close one, but we cannot see the soul leaving the body. So that much is the limitation of our senses. So he says tarko apratishtha. Based on tarka, you cannot establish dharma. Shrutayo vibhinna. Shrutis, the scriptures, they are vibhinna. They are just too many. Not only in our Sanatan Dharma, but also other religions. If you combine everything together, it's just too many. No person can figure out what is the essence of all the literatures. Which is what being asked as one of the questions here, where he says, give us the essence of all the scriptures you have learned. So it's very similar. Actually, it's the same. So tarko pratishtha srutayo vibhinna. Shrutis are too many. Nasa muni yasya matam na bhinnam. The next thing you do is go to someone who's intelligent, who's philosopher, who knows what's the right thing to do. But he's saying Nasa muni. A muni is not a muni if his opinion does not differ from the other. So that means you go to one person, he'll give you one opinion. You go to someone else, he'll give you a different opinion. Even about dharma, no religious teacher will give you the same answer. They will not do it. Even when Sukadev Goswami, before Sukadev Goswami arrived to Maharaj Parikshit asked two questions. One is that what is the best thing to do for human beings, and second thing is what is the duty of a person who's about to die, because he was going to die in 7 days. So he asked the very direct question: what am I supposed to do? 7 days I'm going to be gone. What is the duty of a person about to die? All these sages were assembled. Srila Prabhupada explains in the purport, they were debating and there was no conclusion. Just imagine, Parikshit Maharaj, the king of the world, is sitting and he asks all the sages, what is the duty of a person to die? And they cannot agree. There's just all kinds of discussion going on. Someone is saying this, someone is saying that. Till Sukadeva Goswami arrived, there's no conclusion. There's discussion, but there's no conclusion. As soon as Sukadeva Goswami arrived, everybody became quiet. They looked at him, they understood he is the right person to answer his questions. He took the seat, everybody offered their respects except for Vyasdev and Narad Muni. Everybody else offered their respect. Parikshit Maharaj also offered his respects, and then he started asking questions. So we see that Munis are just too many. They will never agree with each other. Even religious scholars, they will never agree with each other. Even in our ISKCON also, on a given topic, different people have different opinion and they quote scriptures to support what they are saying. So, Tarko Apratishta, Shrutis Vibhinna, Shrutis too many. Nasa Muni Yasya Matam Na Bhinnam. A Muni is not a Muni if he does not differ in opinion from other Munis. Dharmam Tattvam Nihita Guhaya. The Tattva of the Dharmam, to Nihit, to means to establish, is Guhaya. Guhaya means extremely secret or mystic or difficult. To establish the Tattva of Dharma based on these things is very difficult. And the last thing he says is Mahajana Gata Ye Sapantha. The path on which Mahajanas have gone. Mahajana Gata. Gata means gone. Ye Sapantha. That is the path to be followed. So the best thing for us is to follow the Mahajanas. And the Mahajanas are, there are many Mahajanas. Srila Prabhupada is a Mahajana for us. But Srimad Bhagavatam also gives the list of 12 Mahajanas. Swayambhu Narada Sambhu, Kumaro Kapilo Manu, Bhishmo, Prahlado Bhishmo Janako, Balir, Vyasaki, and Vayam. Vayam is this Yamraj. So Yamraj is speaking. In 6th canto, he is speaking to these Yamadutas. He is saying these 12 Mahajanas are to be followed. Swayambhu is Brahma, Swayambhu Narada Shambhu, Kumara Kapilo Manu, Bhishma Janako Prahlado, Balir, Bali Maharaj, Vyasaki is Sukadev Goswami, and Vayam. Vayam means myself, which is Yamaraj. So he's saying if someone follows their path, then they can naturally be on the right track. So we'll take a pause here. If there are any questions or comments, we can discuss. I think I went a little over time, but we can discuss. Was it clear, the whole topic?
Yes, Prabhuji.
Okay. Any questions, any comments?
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, Prabhuji. As you mentioned, like the best way to know about dharma and we can know like we are on the right track of dharma to follow Mahajana. But to know about Mahajana, which scripture is the best, Prabhuji?
So you're asking the question that to know the Mahajana scriptures is the best?
And I don't know from where we can know about them. Only after knowing what they follow, then we can try to follow, Prabhuji. How from where we can get what they did? What is the best place to get, whether any scripture, how to get it?
So in our case, it has already been made very simple. that being part of ISKCON, Srila Prabhupada has come to our lives. So one strong root of ISKCON is Srila Prabhupada, not the root, the trunk, the whole tree. We can say that he is our basis. So if we follow Srila Prabhupada, then our question is already answered. Now, if you're asking in the general sense, what is the way to know? See, there's a system of checks and balances in our dharma also, which is Guru, Sadhu, and Shastra. When we look for Mahajana, we confirm them based on Shastra and Guru. So if someone is looking for Guru, then whatever their activities are, whatever their actions are, they should be in line with other sadhus and shastras. Similarly, when we look at a sadhu, it should be in line with what Guru is saying and what shastras are saying. So there's this whole system we have. If all three are matching, Guru, Sadhu, and Shastra, then we can conclude that they are bona fide. But this is all detailed learning experience. But for us, really, Prabhupada is there, all these scriptures are there, Bhagavatam is there, and he's presented in a very simple way, in a language we can understand. So I would say the bulk of the work is already done. We don't have to do much. It's already done. We just have to follow. Mahajana Gata Sa Ye Sapantha. We just have to follow because life is short. If you spend too much time trying to figure out, then that much time is gone. So we just stick to Bhagavatam, Bhagavad Gita, and that should be enough. Does that answer?
Yes, Prabhuji. Thank you. Hare Krishna.
Okay, anything else?
Hare Krishna. Thank you very much, Nandakumar Prabhu. Let's thank Nandakumar Prabhu by chanting 3 times Hari Bol. Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol.
Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Granthra Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai.
Let's offer our prayers to Narasimhadeva to protect our congregation and entire the world. Ugram Veeram Mahavishnum Julantam Sarvatomukam Narasimham Bhadram Muchur Muchurnama Ugram Veeram Mahavishnum Julantam Sarvatomukam Narasimham Bhishanam Bhadram Muchur Muchurnamamiham Ugram Veeram Mahavishnum Julantam Sarvatomukam Narasimham Bhishanam Bhadram Muchur Muchurnamamiham. A very happy Krishna conscious day ahead. Let's offer our humble obeisances for all assembled Vaishnavas. Vancha kalpatarobhyascha kripa sindhobhya eva cha patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namaha. There are few announcements. This week Sunday feast, we have Sunday feast, and also we have a special kirtan training by His Grace Vishnugada Prabhu. 3 to 5 kirtan training, and 5 p.m. onwards our regular Sunday feast will be there. So I'm kindly encouraging everyone utilize the opportunity and learn the kirtan from Vishnugada Prabhu. Vishnugada Prabhu is a very senior disciple of Srila Prabhupada, and he is currently serving at ISKCON of Philadelphia. So I encourage everyone to come on time and learn something kirtan and then Sunday. Let's chant 3 times Hare Krishna Mahamantra and wind up the class. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama, Hare Rama,
Rama 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 Hare Hare.
Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. भगवान श्री कृष्ण परमात्मा की जय। अमल पुराणम श्रीमद् भागवतम की जय। सामवेद भक्तवृंद की जय। गौर आनंदी हरे 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 कृष्णा।
Hare Krishna.
On Sunday feast.